Alright, I'm in. I made it. I infiltrated that kid's spaceship without the alarms going off. I bet she's collected a ton more timepieces than I have. Now where does she keep them?
Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we are off for more of a Hat in Time. In the last episode, we broke into Deadbird's studio at night because we were tipped off by presumably the conductor that DJ Grooves had another timepiece in his possession and he was going to use it to mess with the space-time continuum. Same with Moustache Girl, and through that we actually saw a whiteboard where Moustache Girl was actually bragging. Looks like she's followed up on that promise and has invaded Hat Kid's spaceship without the alarms going off. It just said intruder alert, but there's no security. I think Hat Kid needs more security. We're playing as Moustache Girl right now, and she pretty much controls exactly the same as you'd expect. She's got a double jump, you can dash lunge, you can pat or slide, I believe. There we are. But there's a few things we cannot do. We have no attack. We can't switch hats. There's no wheel. Can't climb ladders for some reason. And we can't sit down or interact with anything. In fact, the only thing that we can do with Moustache Girl is to follow through the sequence. So, I guess we're just going to have to start our own demise.
Jackpot! This must be where she stores them all. Time to mess with time a little.
Oh no, she's breaking everything we have! Considering that we just lost a bunch of timepieces, we might have to go in there. Because look what the hell has happened outside. The whole planet is nothing but lava and volcanoes. What has Moustache Girl done? Funny how our total was 225, but that's probably because there's nothing but little swirly paradoxes in our vault, I guess. But in this episode, we're actually going to be going onwards for a little bit, but not too far. The power has been restored to the basement. The chapter Alpine Skyline is now available, which we won't be going to do. Well, we're not going to do that right now. We're actually going to do something else that is down below there. Before we do, however, we do have some Rift tokens that we can use. So we're going to go do with those first and see what we get. Come on, I want this die. That is not the die. I'm going to reroll. That's the exact same die we just rolled. I'm going to re-roll. I want the one above it, actually. God damn it! We went below one. I wanted to go up one. That is basically the bow without the stripes. I'll show that off quickly, I guess. So yeah, we have the basic hat, which has no bow. We now have the one with the bow, and then we have the bow with the stripes. And I just noticed that the stripes don't actually show up with this die. Oh, no, wait, no, I've done it again, I've got to switch off it. Yeah, someone talked about this before. Now I got to switch it, so then it's updated in the wheel. Wait, hang on, no, it's updated in the wheel, but no, the stripes don't actually show in this, die. Interesting. Alright, fair enough, let's give it another roll. So I really want the die that I want. Stop, look at that! The same die 3 times. I think we're starting to run low on items that we can roll for. And I don't want that one. Well, that's a remix. And you can actually hear the rumba getting, hitting stuff. Oh, well, that's not a die that I was after, but I can actually talk about this one. Which I might actually wear for this episode, because it's actually kind of fitting. The Blood Moon. Rondo of Blood? Maybe. I believe, I don't think this is official, but I believe this is based off of Alucard from Castlevania. You got the browns, you got the blacks, you've got the grey hair. It's pretty much Alucard in my book from Castlevania. Funny that, because that's in Smash now, with Rector and Simon Belmont being in it. So, why did Moustache Girl invade now? Well, it's actually because we hit 25 timepieces, but we weren't actually alerted that this level is now available. That's because I never opened up the door for the 14 timepieces. Once we actually go onwards and complete a level, we will actually get that cutscene, which of course I'll show off, but every other time I'm just going to cut it out because there'll be nothing new. let's head down here and have a little sit around, have a little browse, see what's going on. So it's quite chilly around here. Obviously, this is obviously the coolant area, probably where we store most of our supplies and stuff. That's, well, probably not food, unless it's a glorified freezer. We don't need the hookshot to get up there, I don't think. I think we might be able to... No, I can't make that jump. We do need the hookshot badge. Excuse me. I might be thinking of using a mod hat or something. That might have been it. But yeah, you kind of need the hookshot badge to hook onto that broken pipe to get up. We must have taken some damage at some point. And there's a wall of space. Look at the door symbol. Every other door has a symbol pointing to the room that we're going to go in. What is this room? Well. So let's use the dweller hat first. Dweller hat, dweller mask. Come in here and... Welcome to the... Oh, it's the lab room. That's it. I was thinking of the word for a second there. Yeah, it's the lab room because the thing on the door was like a potion and there's a bunch of lab equipment around here. But there's also our final podium. Let's activate it and set some stuff up. Well, these are our last 4 relics. Let's pop them in. Doesn't matter what order we do it in. We've now got crowns in a big box. It's a match! You identified the relic from this strange palette. How convenient, it's tied to the level that we just got access to. And with that, that is all of our relics used up. We're still going to get Rift tokens for all the relics because we grabbed over 12. But now we've actually used them all. But we're not going to go into that level right now. Not in this episode, at least, because we want to hop in here first. You know the mail room that we covered? Where we got the fantastic thing and where the mods are for PC? Well, that's what this Time Rift actually is. It's been renamed because it's been moved to a different location in the PC version at the time of this recording. In console versions, maybe it will move at some point, but it's moved because mods are pretty much in the way of that mafia, so it's been moved down here. Just so you know. I think this is where we need the brewing hat. I might have been thinking something different. I actually showed this very Time Rift off in my little showcase for the mobile Steam Link app on Android devices. And because of, well, my PS4 controller always blinking off and I don't normally use a PS4 controller to play this game, I had quite a bit of trouble. So, I shouldn't have any trouble this time. There's no latency. The controller's not going to be intermittent. I'm not playing on a super small screen on my phone. That is being streamed, which also has latency, because, you know, it's not one-to-one. So, yeah. Should have a much more easier time this time. In fact, I can whack these guys really easily, and I'm already further than what I was before. Yeah, so, pretty much a basic, very small platforming section. The main problem are these crows that can launch you off the platforms, and yes, they will walk along the struts in order to whack you. Don't even need to take them all out, though. Just knock them out. Come over here, grab the thing, and we are going to go back to Subcon Forest. Because we're almost done there as well. Alright, so at least we get another roll. Can I get the other die that I want? That's it! I'm taking it! It's the freedom! And I might actually use that for the first, like... Oh, do I want to save that for later on this episode? The freedom. This is good to talk about. I'm going to save this for when we, for later on in this video, actually. So I'm going to press back for that. But that is the die that I wanted. I'm now satisfied. Can't believe I couldn't remember the name Laboratory. I had to actually pause and have a look at my notes, and then I realised that there's potions all over the place. And we get sent all the way back over here, because that's where that was the last chapter that we walked into. So yeah, momentary derp on my part right there, but I'm trying to do a power slide, it ain't working. But yes, we're going to go back to Subcon Forest in this episode. Well, for one thing, we have the costume to play the part. But it's the only other level that we haven't completed, other than the level that we just unlocked. So, and not only that, we've only got one contractual obligation left to do. And before, we had that shenanigans on finding out who, you know, was hoarding another timepiece and planning to use it to mess up with space-time continuing. Other than Moustache Girl, we learnt the history between the Snatcher and Queen Vanessa. And that's exactly where we're going this time. And that's not pleasant at all. That is nightmare-inducing. And for what we've seen, it kind of is. Yep, The last sector that we haven't explored was actually beyond this bridge the entire time, and we could have done that at any moment. Obviously, having the contract allows us to go straight to it. But now we're able to actually head off to the manor, and it's an easy jump to make. You don't even need the hookshot badge for it. There's actually no items around this area. It was just locked off behind a barrier, but we've taken out all barriers now. There's no more spirits for us to vanquish. So, we've got a house here that's kind of frozen in ice. Can we actually climb this? Might be. Oh, wait, can I? Yep, okay, that is possible. There we are. Get a nice little look around this frozen area. This entire area is frozen, and Hatkid was shivering. This was another section of the village that has been swept in by Vanessa's cold heart that manifested when she became a demon. Remember, we looked at that picture book, so that explains everything.
The manor is this way.
And now we're going to have to brave it. Thankfully, we don't need the dweller mask. Obviously, I'm going to have it equipped, though, just, you know, for general purposes. But we've got a few platforming challenges before we can even go onwards, as standard for, you know, stuff these days. Got an ice wall, can't bomb it. Instead, we want to avoid it completely. This one we have to bomb those, but we have to take this cherry all the way up here without being able to double jump. Easy enough. Blow that up. Onwards. Let's whack that and activate some of these platforms so we don't have to use our mask all the time. I would go out of my way and go pick up the fast recharge badge, whatever it's called. I forget it's called, the Mad Hatter badge. But at this moment, I don't really have a lot of money because we just spent 200 to put the final relics in place. And that's what I was actually hoping for, to have a lot of money in order to sort out. By the way, listen to the music when we approach this area. The music builds. It's foreboding. There's literally nothing to see beyond the blizzarding haze that surrounds this house. And the house itself also looks like it's making faces with its windows. This is Queen Vanessa's manor, and we've got to infiltrate it. We're once again solid snaking our way through the place. Can't enter through the front door, and even if that would be dumb, it's snowed in. I did not know that you came alive! Get the hell out of there! Luckily I was right next to a heart pond. That actually scared the crap out of me. Could you leave me be, please? Please? I was trying to press B to check the door. They're both active. Oh, Jesus. Right, I think we want to go round a tad. There is actually another way we can get to the front door, and I wanted to check it. The music, though. Kind of insane. Right, hopefully we can check this. Nope, we can't open the door. I thought it would have said something. Sometimes it does. Right, so before I actually make a dash all the way back around, let's equip the map badge the compass badge one last time. The crazy taxi is pointing straight up. This rift token or relic, depending on what it is, I'm not going to spoil it until the graphic comes up, gave me a run for my money. I thought it was inside the building and I could never find it. Thankfully that was with the old version of this badge, which just showed a little graphic on screen. The crazy taxi arrow, however, tells us exactly where it is. It is above, and this is what was pointing us to on the opposite side of the level in the ruined area before we even knew about who Queen Vanessa was. We need to get some height, so we need to figure a way on getting out, and I'm stuck in here. That was bad. No, don't. I did not want to approach that right now because that's actually where we got to go. I don't want to go in there right now though. I'm not ready yet. That's where we need to go. I'm not ready yet. We need to go upwards first. So I want to come back to the front again. They're back in position. They can't get me from here. What I want to do is climb up here and then wall jump. Oh, okay. I bugged through one of them. There we are. I'm up here. Okay. It's a very awkward place to jump, and it's actually an awkward place as well, because what we got to do is come through this way. We'll jump up here. All the way up. I think I've gone too far. Yes, I have, but it's fine, because there it is! Very sneaky placement, and this one was one of the toughest to find. Thankfully, Crazy Taxi Arrow saves you a lot of trouble this time. The problem is just getting up here without getting murdered. Sadly, we can't actually enter the house from up here through one of the windows. That was an epic power slide. That was unintentional. But we got to go in from the bottom. We're going to have to scale up the original way, because if we check our contract, it's been a while since we checked. Enter the manor and find out what's in the attic. We can't enter from the roof from the outside. We need to go in from the bottom. So, looks like we're going to have to solid snake our way through. Convenient. And Crazy Taxi Hero is saying that there's a relic in here, or Rift Token, one of the two. I'm going to pop the magnet badge back on to grab those through the wall. I forgot that happens. But there's a bit of a problem here.
Yubi, boss told me to remind you, you signed that paper about not using your hats while in the manor.
Nani?
Yeah, don't use them. Thanks.
What do you mean don't use my hats? Where does it say in fine print that I'm not allowed to use my hats? Enter the manor, find out what's in the attic. It's available in Act 4. Keeping the following hostage your soul, but keep anything else along the way. Where the heck does it say that we can't use our hats? Yeah, you can't use your hats. Funnily enough, no hat is actually not a factor, which is kind of funny, and I might actually use that. But, actually, saying that, I might actually want to change to Frisk here, because that's actually kind of more fitting without the hat. Yeah, I'm going to do that. But yeah, we can only use the Dweller Mask, because it doesn't really count as a hat. Our own hat is kind of the default, so if we didn't have the Dweller Mask, we would have to have that equipped anyway, and it doesn't really have any powers. So, that's a thing. But yeah, you're not allowed to use your hats throughout this entire level. And that's not subtle at all. There's a Dweller Yarn, so if you have enough yarn, but not a Dweller Yarn in order to make a Dweller Mask, you might want to equip it. I mean, it gives you it here because it's the only other hat you can actually use. Makes sense it'll be a Dweller Mask yarn, but at the same time, not really necessary. I'm not going to use it. I don't think we're required to. There's a bunch of ponds hiding against this icy panel. And in fact, we can actually find some secrets here if we use this, I think. Let me see. Isn't there supposed to be like some sort of like silhouette around here? Ah, here it is. Never actually did this before. There's a silhouette of someone who used to be hung here. This was where the Snatcher was hung until he became what he is today. What we saw in the books. Kinda saddening, to be honest. But we got the key, we opened the door, and we've made it into the main house. Something's frozen here. That thing must have felt Queen Vanessa's wrath. You cannot power slide in here. When Vanessa shows her face, the place wobbles like crazy. To be safe, what you want to do is hide under things. She will not be able to find you or get you while you do so. Keep that in mind. When she shows up, you know it. And if you get caught, it's a one-hit kill. Back to the previous checkpoint. So let's have a quick look around before she finds us. Yeah, so when you want to hide under something, press B in order to do it. Or you can just crawl underneath it yourself. If you hold B, you won't be able to move until you press B again. You get a nice little close-up. Creepy. Alright, so let's have a look in here. Found a key in the fridge. Kind of strange. It's also quite a design looking key. Pop it in. Alright, so before we make too much noise. That made that wobble down, but that will alert Queen Vanessa. We need to hide and make sure she doesn't find us. Okay, here we go. There she is. Her eyes glow red, and this is ear rape! If you're not hiding and that happens, you are dead. You are not gonna survive unless you're right next to, I don't know, another room so you can escape. Wait until she leaves the room completely before we try that again. Yeah, you've got to jump onto the piano in order for it to not only collapse, but get the key. We cannot hide under here now. We need to run. Wait until she comes through the doorway so that we can run through and around. There's nothing else to grab down here. Let's get out of here. Right, we're now in this room. I believe there was something that we could do in this room. I'm pretty sure. Still got the key, by the way. But I do believe she can actually come back in here, so we need to be careful. We can't attack, by the way. We're too scared to even defend ourselves with the key. This door was locked. That is the first floor already done. That's the second floor. Do not hang around. She is going to find you really quickly. Grab that pot. I'm going to go straight in here. Right, so we should be safe in here for now. There's our next key. But there's a chest here I want to open up. That must have been the token that the thing was pointing towards. Poor that kid, she looks so scared. I would be too, in this situation. Alright, so how do we get that key? I mean, double jumping's not going to allow us to grab it. It's not exactly feasible. But we can find some other stuff out. An old ruined diary. A lot of the pages have been torn out. Turn to one that's left. That's not many pages left in the book. Must have destroyed it in her rage. Why? What have I done wrong? In his letters, he talks about her, a tutor. He says he loves me, but she sees him. I get letters, and she gets his time. Well, that's how it is. She's teaching him stuff. What, you don't want your love of your life to have an education? He is mine. Once his studies are finished, I will have him back. Well, that's the idea, isn't it? And I don't mean to keep talking over Queen Vanessa so we can hear her voice clips, but it's kind of happening because I'm reading these, and she just continues talking in the background. Dear Diary, today my prince has left to begin his studies. He'll be so far away for so long. He promised to write. He won't forget me, will he? His beloved princess? He's coming back. Just one weekend. A short holiday from her. I will convince him to stay. Yeah, and make him lose a qualification. I cannot let my love leave again.
Come on out. We can have some tea.
I don't want what you're selling. Sounds a little melodramatic. Yeah, she's kind of controlling and selfish. That's not good. My dearest Vanessa, it's been many days since I saw you last, but it feels like months. I'm going to talk over her. She keeps talking. My time at the academy is hard, but I'm progressing quickly. There is so much to study when it comes to law, but the library here is well stocked. Our tutors are the finest in the land, and I'm thankful for their help. I've been attending private study with an experienced practitioner of law by the name of Lady... The rest of the letter is ruined and torn. He literally just explained in writing that he is being tutored by the best and is speeding up his studies to see her quicker, and yet she still gets angry. She has trust issues. Mother had quite an accident last week, so today I got crowned as queen. Now the prince can't call me his princess. Life isn't fair. So you're not sad that your mother passed on. You're sad that you didn't become queen because you didn't get married. I don't think she deserves this. Great camera angle. My prince enjoys his breakfast far too much. I'm jealous of that darn bacon. He loves it. No more bacon in this house. What is wrong with this lady? Even when she's not a demon, she acts like one. Oh, I wish I could just keep him always. Locked up and in chains in the cellar, but you can't chain a man, can you? Well, she did that eventually. And we got the train set again. This dude didn't see to live the rest of his life. Oh dear. And by the way, notice this photo. Kind of scrubbed the person off with the photo. Keep an eye on that photo. Just saying. Looks like some girl got sniped as well. Doesn't seem to be anything else around here. Hang on. I saw a sparkle. No. There's nothing. Okay, fair enough. Oh, we can take a balloon. Oh, I didn't want to hide under it. I thought I could check it. I thought it was the bear. Maybe we can use this. Balloons float with heat and helium. What if we do this? Well, that wasn't enough. Oh, no. That's not good. It's boiling like a kettle. That's not good. Oh, wait. What's happened here? Why is Hat Kid's face been drawn onto that painting without facial expressions. That's not cool. Is it safe to come out? I just saw a pixelated figurine and I never noticed that was there. That's actually pretty cool. Music's starting to stir. Is that a good thing? Who knows? Let's go grab another one. In fact, can you actually see? Oh, there she is. There she is without the effects. She can't get you through walls. Don't worry about that. Oh boy, you can actually see her model in full. With just barely through the effects. Oh, this is bad. I'm hiding. Yes, I got the balloon, but maybe I'm fine. Oh, you can see the glow through the door. In fact, you can see her shadow as well. Yeah, this mission can take as long as you seem fit to feel like it's safe to move on. I think she's gone by. Yeah, she's over there. Okay, let's head over here. Let's keep an eye on that photo, because that's a bit creepy that it's been drawn with that kid's face, even though there's no one in the room. Is this enough to get the key? Nope, it's not enough. That balloon's gonna blow. Let's get out of here. Oh, that's not creepy at all. Look at that photo. Weird, creepy face drawn in red holding the dweller mask. When did that get added? It's like every balloon. The balloon didn't go pop. What? Did I leave the room too quickly for that to happen? Was that not going to happen at all? Oh no, I remember now. What we got to do is grab another one. There we go. Let's hide. Because the other one bursts. And then she's going to come into that room. That's why I'm hiding. Yeah, I remember that photo on that wall the most. Because it's just like, why is that being filled in? Why is it hacked? Who's drawing it? There's no one in the room. Where is she? Can't see her. She can come into this room. I'm just getting insanely lucky that she's not doing so. Oh, jeez. Okay, thank God she walked through the door during the cutscene. That was close. I could have got screwed there, because as long as she's in the room, she will hear you. So I got lucky there. Alright, I'm going to go back into this room then. Yeah, she never came into this room. She can do so, but she never did. So if I'm taking this quite slow, forgive me. Right, so the key went somewhere. We need that key to move onwards. Steam coming out of that doorway. Is there any other doors? No. Well, I'm going to use this opportunity to run all the way down this hallway quickly. And come over here. Oh, by the way, photo or painting of Queen Vanessa and the Prince. Kind of ruined. Another letter here. I'm sorry about your hair, my prince. I just wanted our lengths to match, and colour and curl. You look wonderful. Even making his hair look like hers. Chest hidden behind this poor unfortunate soul. Another rift token. Alright. It's time to head into the exact same room as her, I guess. She must have taken the key with her. She left it on the toilet. Nani? My prince has gone. Well, I wonder who did that. Maybe it's drawn in his own blood. Who knows? Oh dear. Don't think she saw us. I think we're good. Oh. Wait, you know what? Grab it. Oh no! Get out of the room! Run, 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 run! I kind of risked that. If you can't grab the key in time, you need to go back in there while she's not in there. What am I doing? I've grabbed everything. I might as well just go onwards. Oh god, she's came out now. Why did I do that? I messed things up. You know what? Screw you. I'm off. Bye. And we've done it. Now, here's the thing about development. There was supposed to be a third floor, but there isn't any. We just go straight to the basement. It was unfinished and it wasn't very creative, and that's why they got rid of it. But before we find out what's in there, not only do we need to get a... Well, I don't think we need a key, actually. I think all we need to do is just use our dweller mask, which is the only thing we can use in it, by the way, so if you don't have it, you may not be able to grab this. I want to come up here and grab this final relic that's just sitting up here. I didn't actually touch it. How did I grab that? Was that due to the magnet badge? I didn't think they were affected by the magnet badge. Don't matter. We're done here. Well, I'd say that, but we're actually going to come back in here after we free another timepiece. Queen Vanessa had a timepiece this whole time, and the Snatcher sent us to go get it. Interesting. Maybe the Snatcher himself wants these timepieces. Despite giving us a couple? Something's not right here. Well, we'll find out what that is later, because we need to actually come back here at least once, because there's something I do need to show. And I couldn't jump into that for a second. While entering the mission select again for this very chapter, there's a new blue time rift that's showing up, which we'll take care of in just a moment. As well as the finale, because we've completed all our contractual obligations. We need to head back to Queen Vanessa's manor though. Problem is, it's not going to warp us directly there, we need to make our way back, so give me a moment. Alright, we are back in. Now, let's just quickly get past this cutscene with the little minion, because we don't need to worry about him. And I want to go back into this room here, not for the key, but what I said before. In fact, it'll probably be easier if I just activate the camera badge if we can do it in here. The easiest way to find out about this is that there are ponds here with this ice. We can actually break the camera angle itself and rotate the camera around here. Where is it? It's not there. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be there. Maybe it's in the other room? Maybe? Where is it? I knew there was supposed to be like some sort of like alcove that we can like... I did not mean to take that. I'm going to have to get rid of that. I was trying to get out of it. It's select. And it's broken the zoom. That's not what I was trying to do. What I was trying to do was... crawl... Where is it? I know it's around here somewhere. There we are. You don't see it, but that is a shortcut to skip the entirety of the manor in case it's too hard for you. So, it's a secret, you can't even see it with the camera, but it's there. If you crawl through it, you skip the entire manor. The only thing that you will truly miss is, one, the experience, and the 3 tokens, or relics, one of them's a relic, that you would be missing if you didn't go through normally. Okay, so starting off, I want to go change to the freedom that we got. So, let's go switch to that. Then I'm going to change the flare of the sprint hat back to its original design, because it's the closest I can possibly get to without ruining things' design. And I'm also going to swap to the... where is it? Lilac's headpiece. These colours, the freedom, is part of the core game and is based off of Lilac's colours from Freedom Planet. Couple that together with the official mod of Lilac's headpieces and the sprint hat for the fast movement, and you pretty much have Lilac cosplay right in this game. The only thing that you're missing is the mod, but it's an official mod, so as long as you're on PC, you're pretty much the full set, and if not, the sprint hat pretty much makes it look just as you'd expect. Okay, here's the thing. I need a home attack in order to get up here, so I actually do need to take off Lilac's headpiece for a moment, because the Cyclone kind of overwrites the homing attack, as you'll see right here. Well, actually, they didn't show up at all, but yep, that's where this time rift is, and this is what we're going to be finishing this episode on. Funny how that we pretty much did the purple time rift, and right next to that is a blue time rift once we complete the manor that we just got talked about with the purple time rift. We need a lot of Dweller Mask action right here, which is kind of saddening, so I can't keep using our current, like, build, but... oh well, them's the breaks, I guess. But we've used quite a few dies this episode, and I did say I wanted to use dies quite often. We had a bit of the Alucard die, even though we didn't actually get a chance to use it properly, because I wanted to do that with Frisk, and I'll probably be doing the next mission with Kara, because we've got a boss battle coming up, as we saw there. It's the finale. Normally they're boss battles, so that kind of goes without saying. Well, sometimes, actually. It's not entirely true. We've got some cookies to jump on, so let's just quickly do that. I could switch back to Lilac's head... actually, no, I do have Lilac's headpiece. Might as well use it. I know it kind of breaks this a little bit, but since I got the die in this episode, this is probably the only time I'm going to use this quite often, just to get through just a little bit quicker. You know I can do it. I could probably fail a couple of times, but we're actually coming up the time right now. I've got a little bit to cut out, but we're running a bit out of time, and it's literally just right here, but it's not that simple as jumping toward it, even with Lilac's headpiece. I'm going to do that. Alright, I'll take that off now. I think we're done with that. I didn't mean to put that on. I meant to do that, because I think we actually need it. Yeah, we actually got some hooks, so I needed to do that anyway. So we'll stay being lilac for now. I buggered that up, so I'm going to just activate this. I'm going to do this. There we are. Salvage that. Just make our way around. Nothing really much to do. Hookshot helps. And when we climb the spectral stairway to our timepiece. And with that, guys, we've completed our contractual obligations. In the next episode, we challenge the Snatcher to reclaim our soul. But before we end it off, one more roll! That is the last of Hat Kid's flair. You know what? We might as well top it off. Get it? Because it's a top hat. I'm hilarious. Still don't understand what that little electrical thing is for. Maybe that's to insinuate that it searches out items. Not too sure. But with that, guys, you know what we're doing in the next episode? We're reclaiming our soul. With that, see you guys then.
What?